on, everybody? It's JetsCentral coming back with some breaking New York Jets news that just came out 1 minute ago. Okay, Adam Schefter of ESPN has just reported that the New York Jets have fired Mike Maccagnan, right? They terminated his contract. He had 2 years left on his contract, and now Adam Gase will be taking over as interim general manager from here on out, right? Or at least the end of the year. I'm actually in favor of this move, okay? I believe that this New York Jets organization moving forward is better suited without Mike Maccagnan in the building. I know that might sound a little mean. I know it might sound a little harsh. But look, you guys know me. You guys know I love the NFL draft, especially the middle to late rounds of the draft. I believe when you build a team, that's how you should do it. That's my personal preference. Maybe I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong. I look at teams across the league: Seattle Seahawks, Pittsburgh Steelers, New England Patriots, New Orleans Saints. All those teams always seem to find hidden to late round gems, right? Oh, how do the Steelers find this guy in the 6th round? How do the Patriots get this guy in the 4th round? Oh, the Seattle Seahawks pick Richard Sherman, late round guy. These teams maximize the middle to late round picks. They're always trading out of the first. They're always trading back, gathering more picks. The New York Jets have done a complete the middle rounds of the New York Jets over the last few years, right, throughout Mike Maccagnan's tenure has just been horrendous. It's just been abysmal. Complete disaster. Whether you're talking about Lorenzo Malden, Chad Hansen, Devin Smith, Ardarius Stewart, Christian Hackenberg, arguably Darren Lee, who's a first-round pick, the Jets have done a horrible job accumulating talent through the draft. And yes, Maccagnan did pick some solid guys. Jamal Adams, Leonard Williams, right? Chris Herndon, round 4. Robbie Anderson, undrafted free agent. Marcus May, Sam Darnold, right? 3rd overall pick. He has picked some pretty solid players, but when you have had multiple years to get this thing on track, and we're still below 500 by a pretty decent margin. It's not like we're 7-9 like the Miami Dolphins or like the Cincinnati Bengals. We're not right there of turning the corner. It's kind of, it's year after year of 4 wins or 5 wins or 6 wins. Like, we're still away, based off of record, we're still a ways away from the 500 threshold, right? Just wins and losses. Even though I do think the Jets are going to make a huge step forward because of new head coach and obviously year 2 of a young quarterback, Le'Veon Bell. We signed some really nice pieces this offseason due to all the cap space, but I think the New York Jets are best suited moving forward without Mike Maccagnan. Now, keep an eye. I know Philly has a hot, there's a guy on Philly's staff. I believe his name is Joe Douglas or John Douglas or something like that. He's being talked about. He's like the next general manager in line. I don't know if he's with linked to the New York Jets or anything like that, but I do know that he's for the teams out there that are going to be needing a general manager, he's going to be really high up on the list. I know the Saints have some hot young candidate that's being talked about, it's the next big thing as well. But look, here's the issue I have with it. Okay, here's the major issue that I have with the firing of Mike Maccagnan. And like I said, I am in favor of parting ways with Mike. But here's my issue. All right. Why was Mike Maccagnan in the draft room if the plan was for him to be fired? Why was he in the draft room? Why would a guy based off of the hierarchy of the organization of how a football organization works? Why was a general manager in the draft room if he was going to be fired? Which tells me that he wasn't planning on being fired. They weren't planning on firing him, and this is the scenario that I really, really, really don't want. Didn't want to happen. Okay, and I'm not saying I'm right, not saying I'm wrong, not saying it happened or it didn't happen. I'm just saying it's a possibility, right? This is kind of just me reading the tea leaves here. Mike Maccagnan has his list of players. Adam Gase, Greg Williams, Loggins, they have their list of players heading into the 2019 draft. Okay, Adam Gase says, hey, look, here's some of the names that we want. Guys that probably could have been on the board. And Mike Maccagnan being the general manager, right, being higher than him. General manager is higher up than the coach as far as picking players, working the draft. That Mike Maccagnan steps in and says, hey, look, no, we don't want those guys. We might not want player X or player Y or player Z. We're going to take our guys. We're going to pick our guys that we want. Post-draft, Adam Gase and the coaches, get angry, go up to the owner and say, hey, look, we didn't want these players. They go up there and they voice their frustrations. They tattle, if you will, and then Mike Maccagnan gets fired because Adam Gase says, hey, you just brought me in. I'm the guy that Sam Darnold picked out of everybody, out of Monken, out of all these different guys. I'm the guy that Darnold picked. I just signed a multi-year contract. Mike Maccagnan been on the bubble. The fans don't really like him. He's kind of on his way out. I'm here for the long run, and he didn't want to pick the players that I wanted to pick. That's my issue with it. If the New York Jets basically wasted the 2019 draft on a bunch of players that this Jets coaching staff does not even want, and I mean, Quinn Williams obviously is an absolute stud. So I'm just saying that from a top to bottom standpoint, right? Maybe moving back when the Jets shouldn't have moved back. Whether it's the Jets, maybe picking a player, and Adam Gase really wanted another one. Who knows? I'm just saying the draft did not go the way that the coaching staff wanted it to go. And they went up there post-draft and voiced their frustrations and then got the general manager fired. That's kind of, me connecting the dots here. Because it doesn't make any sense. If Gase and Maccagnan did not really like each other, they were kind of at odds going into the draft, why would he be in the draft room where he has an opportunity to override Gase's opinion? Does not make sense. It does not make sense. So I'm really, really hoping that I really don't want to call this thing a circus right now. But this is complete pandemonium. If that was the case on draft night, where Adam Gase does not want any of these players, Greg Williams, Loggins, they don't want these guys, but Mike Maccagnan picked him anyway, then they got pissed and they went up and they tattled on him and they got him fired, that would just be mayhem. Complete and utter pandemonium. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section about this crazy, crazy breaking news. And I can't wait to hop in the comment section. This is going to be crazy. This is nuts. I'm almost at a loss for words. So let me know your thoughts. And as always, thanks so much for watching, and go Jets.